So what's going on, everybody? It's your boy QuestX coming back at you with another political video. Shout out to the LDBC Political Forum. Shout out to my brother Santi Wadham, the bottom line. Shout out to Big Mike Sowell. And shout out to all the others who are doing political videos in this very, very tense political time. So I just want to do this video because this is, once again, something that, like I thoroughly predicted, and what I said would happen. And here it is. Step one. U.S. reiterates all sanctions on Iran and adds 700 new targets. Did I not make a reference to you guys about what would happen if Donald Trump is afraid he's going to lose this midterm elections? One of the great distractions during a political, in politics is war. And I said to you guys, he's going to find somebody that he needs to fight. He's gonna pick a fight with someone, and he's gonna try to let that dominate the airwaves, because it is another distraction. On Monday, you think it's a coincidence? The day before the midterm elections, he now reinstates all of these sanctions on Iran. Lord Jesus. Do I know how to pick it, or do I know how to pick it? Look for, like, now again, I'm not psychic. I'm just going by, it's just the next logical steps. If I put myself in Donald Trump's position, which I would never be in, but if I pulled the shit that I've pulled for 2 years, and I now know the new polls that have just been released just today show Democrats have a double-digit lead in ballots. Over 58% of people are voting just merely to vote against Trump. Okay? He's in the tanker when it comes to the approval rating of his presidency, how he has chosen to run the country. People approve of his job approval. Yes. They approve of the economy. Yes. But it's more to it. This is an indictment on who he is. Okay. He overcalculated and he underestimated the good people of the United States. Okay. He's completely lost suburban women. They were literally, the numbers were showing he's underwater there. And see, this is one of the reasons why I was very confident going into this Tuesday, and why I'm still confident going into this Tuesday. And here you have it. This is a classic move by a politician. It is to distract. And what better way to distract after a monumentous loss that's coming this Tuesday than to start a beef with a country, exacerbate that beef, and try to push us to have our focus solely on our country being at war and at odds with another country. And then they show, the new polls are showing that there is a massive gender gap. Women are almost doubling men this midterms in voting. So let's do the odds here. He's lost independents. He's lost suburban women. He's never going to have Democrats. He literally, they're saying millennials have now come out, and almost a staggering number of millennials are now, oh no, we're voting primarily to just vote against Donald Trump. So what do you think? Yes, when you have to understand that when mainstream media uses language, right, and they say there's a surge in Republican voters, right, and you see these rallies. This is the percentage that voted for him during his presidency in 2016. Okay? This is what this is. He has not picked up any new supporters. He's not all of a sudden spoken to independents, and independents just automatically become MAGA support. That's not what's going on here. These polls by mainstream media, and I knew just at last week, towards the end of the week, every major mainstream media news outlet was, oh, well, it could go the Democrats or it could go the Republicans. Democrats look like they're shooing, but you can't count your chickens before they feeding in to that bullshit narrative because they want people to tune in for ratings. This is a lock. Andrew Gilliam this morning is at a 4-point lead. Just last week, DeSantis was just 1 percentage point behind him. Beto O'Rourke was underwater against Ted Cruz. Now, neck and neck. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to witness an execution of a political party. And it's not going to be the blue party. It's going to be the red party. And once this happens, this right here, what you see on the screen, and many more stories like it, all of a sudden, Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump will not get along after Tuesday. All of a sudden, he will just be wanting to pick a fight with anybody and everybody. Okay. And most importantly, and the reason what there's a reason I say this, I'm very interested to see what Wednesday's mainstream media climate will be. Will it be, how will they deal? How will mainstream media, who deals primarily left, deal with after Tuesday night? And how will the right mainstream media deal with what happens on Tuesday, after Tuesday? Because I'm going to tell you now, the voters who are voting now, they're going to be the same voters that vote in 2020. And how mainstream media handles this midterm elections will determine greatly if they want it, either side on mainstream media wants somebody that they lean towards to be in office. Because if they don't cover this fairly, if they do not treat this and learn from their mistakes after 2016, what's going to end up happening? You know how you guys who hate us democratic socialists and talk about how we want to make everything Venezuela? Well, you know what? If mainstream media keeps going the way they're going, based on the supercharge of millennials that are voting now, which are primarily anti-GOP, that gives us, the progressives, an opportunity to recruit as many as possible. And let me tell you something. If you thought the Tea Party that got Donald Trump elected was great, the progressive movement is growing daily. Okay? And when you get elected officials like Stacey Abrams, and you get elected officials like Andrew Gilliam, and you get elected officials like Beto O'Rourke, Kamala Harris, doesn't look like that much of a pipe dream, does it? Starts to look a hell of a lot like it's a reality. It's your boy Quest X. I'm out. Peace.